We're joined by Marc White for his weekly update in the lovely sunshine here at Meadowbank. Marc, how you doing? Thanks for joining us.
Very good, mate, thanks.
Good. So we start then last weekend with Bath. Not the result we'd hoped for, and also a controversial sending off late on. How have your thoughts developed on that game over the last week?
Well, I mean, listen, it is what it is, really. I mean, like, some people made the comment about, you know, oh, every team gets bad decisions, like we do every week, right? We've had people punch it in the net and all sorts, and we're just like, do you know what? Referees missed things. That we were just really annoyed due to the sort of, like, it was an extraordinary incident. It was ridiculous. It was like 4 things going wrong at once. So we are where we are. We've had to take our medicine. Josh is suspended. Bizarrely, you're only allowed 3 yellow cards in a whole season, and I got a yellow card, so I'm not in the dugout for the Worthing game as well. So a little bit laughable. Credit to the match officials and the referees department. You know, they've apologised. I think they used the words, they've got it horrendously wrong. They accept it's extraordinary, you know, it's not like a everyday incident. We were kind of massively wrong. So disappointed, but it's ended as well as it could, even though there's a couple of things, Josh and me missing Worthing and obviously going down to 10 and conceding, whatever. We have to bookend it. And I spoke to the boys this morning, really, and I said, look, we're not the victims. Like, we're not the victims. Get that out of our head. We've got to be a lot more aggressive. We've got to be a lot better during matches. You know, I made reference to the Worthing game down here and the Eastbourne game a couple of weeks ago. You know, we go down to 10 men, and then we all of a sudden we're a little bit upset, and you know, we've battered teams, and you know, there've been too many matches this season where we should be out of sight on chances, you know, great chances as well. I could give you endless chances week in, week out. We're not out of sight in matches. We're not ruthless enough. And then you know, you leave teams in it. And then in the obligatory sort of, you know, cavalry come at you. Last corner, last 10 minutes, whatever. And we've conceded goals, and we've got to be upset with ourselves about that. We've got to be really upset with ourselves. We've got to be more ruthless in that scenario, more aggressive in that scenario. Obviously, we've got it in us. We've had some great wins recently. Bournemouth away, 1-0, defended really resolutely last 15. We've done it all over the country last 3 years. But, yeah, just the general message was, forget the victim shit from Bath. That's done, right? We've made our point, right? We were wronged. It's affected us, whatever. It's done. Let's worry about ourselves. Let's be a little bit upset with ourselves in respect of the fact that we've not got the results we wanted no matter what, not scored enough goals, conceded too many goals in the last 10 minutes. We've got a top set of lads, yeah, we're just going to crack on, really. But that's where that one is, really. And appreciate all the support from that extraordinary. We have to highlight it. You have to highlight it. All these dickheads that go, oh yeah, Dorking, you know, you have to highlight it, right? Because anyone would, right? We've done that. We've all ended up on the same page, and we just move forward now. That's it.
Exactly that. So moving forward, before we look at Hampton and Richmond tomorrow,
yeah,
how's the squad looking? Are there any fresh injury concerns at all?
No, not a sausage. There's not one injury. So they're in good form. We could probably hear them in the background, do you know what I mean, training now. Yeah, they're in great form. We've got a strong amount of player to choose from. We're very lucky, and they can't wait to get back out there.
I bet that's a much better problem to have selection-wise rather than not having enough players earlier on in the season.
Yeah, I mean, like, this is all about, there's a difference between being a victim and hanging on to that, and then talking about the adversity we've had. Like, we've had Josh Taylor, our best centre midfielder, missing for 16 games. George Frankham, who's got 700 Football League games, got diagnosed with diabetes. He's barely kicked the ball all season. Dan Pybus, signed him top of the National League data, CDM. Really building our team around Dan, and he's played 2 games, maybe 1 game. Charlie Carter has the horrendous, unfortunate incident with his daughter, and he missed a huge amount of games, maybe 12, right in the middle of all of our problems as well. And these are just extraordinary ones. That's before you talk about the hamstrings, the calves, whatever it might be. Maka recovering from his ACL. So we've just had a season that has been blighted with adversity. But, it's not done yet. It's not done yet. And obviously we'll just use that as much as we can to get as much out of this season as we can. And there's a lot of football to be played.
Absolutely. And that starts tomorrow with Hampton and Richmond coming down in what we hope will be, in front of what we hope will be a packed out crowd here at Meadowbank. Are you looking forward to that?
Yes, yeah, looking forward to that. I mean, it is going to be, I wouldn't say sold out, but not far off sold out. I think it'll be our best Good Friday crowd on record, probably. Just a phenomenal support behind us at the moment. I dare say it's even the league position. I think the support's been brilliant all season, but in particular, last couple of months. So, yeah, be looking forward to it. The boys just want to get out there. Honestly, I couldn't care about playing Hampton and Richmond, Richmond Rugby Club. I don't care less. It really does not matter. The boys have just got to be a little bit take it personal, and got to go out there and just put these teams and these clubs to the sword. That's what they've got to do.
Right, and then we're off to Worthing on Monday.
Yeah.
As you mentioned, you've got a touchline ban for that,
Yeah.
but we're taking a full away end, 600 Dorking fans on the road. That one surely will be an exciting one as well.
Yeah. I make no secret. I've got a lot of time for Worthing. As a club, I look beyond whether or not somebody in their team's upset us or whatever. Whether you get the odd dickhead fan, they've got a few dickheads. I look beyond that. I think about Peter, who's passed away this year, Peter Vale, and how much he put into Worthing. I think about George, Barry Hunter, old football friend of mine. We was on the Park Fields, Loxwood, playing Dorking Wanderers in the County League, and Barry was playing centre forward, and now he's orchestrating everything they're doing. And I think, if you said, well, who would you like to win the division if it weren't you? I'd have to choose them, to be honest with you, because I just think the amount of time, effort and money the fans have got behind them down there, their home crowds are up, they've built the ground up, the experience we had in that league above that we hope to experience again soon. I mean, they won't realise what that's going to feel like, but it's transformational. And I wouldn't begrudge anyone having that experience that's not been there before. And we was in Ishmael League 1 with Worthing, so we've been borderline, I would argue, that they're the club that we've been around the most, because we've not really been around many. So, yeah, I've got no angst to grind with Worthing. It'll be a good game. And obviously, they've sold it out, so well done to them. Incredible support from our boys, 600 boys and girls, 600. Hopefully everyone's well behaved, and Worthing still know we're their big game, but they done us in the last one, to be fair. So we've had some good rivalries, so it's a friendly rivalry, and I've got a lot of time from that. That's how I see that.
Exactly. Finally, yesterday we were of course delighted to announce our new principal partnership with OLBG. In your view, what does this mean for the future of the club, this partnership?
Well, I mean, we got 400 million views last year online, so across every platform you can imagine. So you can imagine how many people wanted to be on the front of our shirt and wanted to be around us. And we turned down some incredibly big names, because what's good about OLBG and Richard, Toby and the team is that these guys want to be real partners of the club. It's a long-term deal. It's a 5-year deal. They want to be a part of the club. They want to help us develop off the field, on the field. They want to be part of the journey. And all of our lengthy conversations with them over the course of 4 months were all about being the right partner and being part of that journey. They're incredible people. I've actually had people that contacted me mutually to say, oh, blimey, I didn't realise that you know, OLBG and you, they goes, you know, what just real, without even knowing, they said, oh, what real like-minded company, like they're very similar to you, really good people. So we're really excited. Obviously, it's just the beginning, and I just look forward to all the memories we're going to share with them. This is the first time I'll talk about them and wear the hat, have the mic. But yeah, they're great people. So really excited for the future. And, you know, Jonathan Bynes and Eddie Wallbank, who delivered this partnership to the club, you know, we've got 800 owners in our ownership group. We've got a huge amount of supporters. And Jonathan said when he joined the club, look, my job is that this is not about where we are today. And it's really not. We'd love to start the season again because everybody's fit and we've kind of cracked that one really. But we can't. It's not about today. It's not about this season for this club. It's about, you know, taking over Meadowbank, if you like. It's about, you know, growing the infrastructure of the club. It's about growing the team. It's about becoming more professional, adding in facilities for our youth section at West Humble. And Jonathan said it's all about this. And he's slowly delivered on all of this stuff. And he should get all the plaudits, really, for this. We've just announced Macron Hastings on a 5-year lucrative deal for both parties, 5-year landmark arrangement with OLBG. And there's others things to be launched as well, and this is just the beginning. It's we've always punched above our weight. Like, you know, we was in the league above playing on TV and running it on a fag packet, like literally. And it's great and it's brilliant and we don't regret a single day of it, but realistically it's not sustainable financially or physically. So I think if you look at the things the club have done, we promised the ownership group when we went out with that 18 months ago, we said it's all about, you know, growing the ambitions of the club on the field, off the field, brought in Jonathan, and we're delivering everything we said. So it's OLBG are going to be a massive part of that jigsaw.
Exactly. So exciting times ahead. Thank you, Mark. Have a good day.
And I hope the fans sing to Worthing, you've only come to watch the Dorking, because that's the only reason they're going to go.
Great.